Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Virgo, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for the week of February 10th to the 16th. This week we have the Awakening Oracle card. We have the Five of Wands, the Star, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Moon and the Devil. So we have half the spread here, Major Arcana, Virgo. So this can be quite a significant event. Generally, the more Major Arcana, the more linked to, karmic contracts, the life lessons, the big themes. We have a theme of you awakening to seeing truth, to shining light on areas where we might have been held back by negative energies. And we really see you, moving on to a place of greater personal mastery and rebuilding your life in a new direction. So there's levels to it, guys. It can be subtle. For some of you might be going through quite a big life change. Anyway, let's just start with the Oracle card and then we'll go to the Tarot. So awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you're experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rising through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. Yeah, well, I think some of you are going through an awakening, or, after releasing this devil energy here, you probably will go through some sense of upgrade. You're going to be able to raise your frequency quite a lot. Because in your recent past here, we do see the devil, and I feel compelled to pair that with the moon. Now, this combination to me could say that there's somebody who has been deceiving you at some level. The moon can be about things that are hiding, or going on behind the scenes, behind the shroud. And the devil is that energy of, manipulation, something that's holding you bound, holding you stuck. So some of you could be involved with somebody who's not giving you the full story in a situation, be that in a romantic partnership, be it in the workplace. It could be somebody who isn't being honest about the way they're spending the finances. They might be siphoning off money, be it in work or love. It could be somebody who has some form of addiction and they're not being honest about that. That's the kind of energy that it can be with the devil. It can be somebody who is showing you one face on the surface, but could be quite different behind that all. A little bit of a trickster energy. The devil energy really is energy that holds you stuck and holds you bound to it. However, there's an element of voluntarily staying in it. Because we see the Lovers here and they're chained to the devil. But these chains are loose enough that they could free themselves should they want to. But they are staying there by their own free will. So ask yourself, Virgo, what situation are you staying in that you know deep down in your subconscious, in your intuitively, because the moon really calls you to tune into your intuition, intuitively that you know is not serving you. And then ask yourself, what is the payoff for the cost of staying in that situation? For some of us, we don't want to leave a job, even if there's something underhanded going on, or we're being undermined or controlled by a boss, by a mentor, by a colleague, because we might be worried about, where's our next paycheck coming in? Where am I going to get another job? In relationships, it can be that it's so much easier financially to stay with a partner, even if you know that they're deceiving you or doing something else behind the scenes. Some of them might be cheating even. However, it really is better to rip off that band-aid, to walk away from the situation, and because that is short-term pain, but long-term gain, because you're going to gain your freedom. However, if we stay in a devil energy situation, over time, it sucks the life force out of us. That's why the devil has those bat wings. It's just not sustainable long-term. Obviously, it can lead to, other issues like fatigue or, your immune system being compromised if you're just not happy in that situation. So the moon card can talk about bringing deceptions to light. Some of you may find out what's really going on behind the scenes, what's really going on in a situation. And with the moon energy, you're really being called to trust those gut feelings, trust that intuition, because, it's often right. And I do notice here that we have the tame dog and the wild wolf, which really for me is almost like a bit of that Jekyll and Hyde personality. So maybe somebody is, like I said, two-faced, acting one way in front of maybe friends and family, and then behind closed doors is being that real devil. So you'll know who I'm talking about or what that situation is for you, Virgo. But I feel that you're ready to leave that situation, to retreat your energy from it, but potentially there's a lot of inner conflict around it. You might not feel like you're doing the right thing. You might be conflicted about whether it's the right way, the right way to go. But it absolutely is, Virgo. It's time for you to use your own personal power in the right way. The situation with this devil energy here could have been quite argumentative. Here we see people that are using their power in the wrong way, in a non-productive way, to sort of fight each other. Where really you need to conserve your personal power and use that to propel you forward and to re-establish your sense of passion and enthusiasm for life again. Yes, I think that you want to move on from the situation, but you may feel conflicted as to how to go about that. I mean, here we see somebody who is walking away from 8 cups because what they're really seeking is 9 or 10 of cups reality. There is a fundamental piece missing in this picture. So for you, it could be that thing that you just can't quite put your finger on. It could be the fact that there's something going on behind the scenes, but you just don't quite know what it is. And it's left you feeling unfulfilled. And you're really going to find that missing piece. It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle and getting down to the last few bits and realizing that there's a piece missing. And you can never complete that picture. So I feel like this week you're going to at least take that first tentative step of turning your back on the situation, starting to face your true north, and starting to move in a positive direction for you. Again, we have the link to intuition here and following those gut feelings, because they are usually right, Virgo. So it's this is the process that we need to go through if we want to move towards that 9 and 10 of cups reality. And we have the beautiful star energy here, which is that calm after the storm. The star follows the tower in the tarot deck. So it says that if things get a little bit out of control, if they get chaotic, there is calm. There is a new chapter around the corner, and it will calm down. And out of that rubble, that's where things will, you can rebuild your life in a new and stronger direction. The star energy is about bringing balance to your life again. Rebalancing your emotions, those emotional waters of life. Some of you might be feeling quite vulnerable, quite exposed in this situation. We have a lot of naked characters in this reading. But the star is also about a blessing. It's about making a wish on the star. It's about brighter times. We are moving from moon energy to star energy. So it means that path forward will be illuminated because, this is shining brightly on you. It's also a good time to think about, healing, renewal, and what you need to do to bring that sense to yourself. These white stars here are said to link to the chakras in the body, so a great time for energetic healing or connecting with nature, however you like to bring yourself back into balance. But, I think that you are going to be fine, Virgo. Here we have somebody who's got one foot firmly on the ground, on the earth, and one in those emotional waters of life. But it's saying to me that you can be grounded and go about your earthly tasks as you are going through this period of healing after a situation that could have been a little bit chaotic. But Virgo, you are going to rise from those ashes, because here we have the 8 of Pentacles. Now we've got 2 number 8s in this reading, and 8 is the number of mastery and power. You are stepping into your power, and you are now starting to master new skills in your life. The 8 of Pentacles shows somebody who is working on a new direction in their life, chiseling out those pentacles one by one and putting them on display, because I think that you're going to be really proud of the new direction that you are going to create, Virgo. And it's about you doing it for yourself, not, marching to the beat of somebody else's drum, not being manipulated, not being controlled. This is you being in control, in your power, in rebuilding your life in a positive direction, in the direction that you've always wanted to. It also shows somebody who is quite successful materially, financially, and is building on working on building abundance in their life, Virgo. So if there were issues with finances and things like that in that situation, this shows me that it is going to turn around. Yes, it might take some hard work, but that is the right direction, and little by little things will fall into place. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to leave the reading there. I wish you all the best with it this week. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for every one of you guys. Feel free to comment on the video because I always love to know how it's unfolding in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.